Alright, man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So Drake. I always wanted to do this video because I followed Drake all his career, and I noticed how he changed up on black women. And I just came across this video where she's breaking down the things that he says and he does. And man, I'm about to fucking kill this fly. I hate flies. I ain't gonna lie. They just so annoying. There's just one flew in my house, and I don't know, this motherfucker followed me downstairs. I don't know, but he's in the camera, and I'm gonna kill this nigga. It's the second fly. I don't know why I just told y'all that, but I feel like I could tell y'all anything. Anyway, so I want to break this video down. I'm not gonna do too much stopping, but I am going to talk about it, and if it's something significant, I'll stop it. But I'm going to let it play. So let me get my spill. This is Torture Talk. They call me the Hidden Gem. So if you like the content and I haven't earned your subscription today, please consider subscribing. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content, and it's free. But if you want to donate to the channel, Cash App is on the screen. If not, you just being here is good enough for me. I know a lot of people ain't got no money to spare because gas high as shit. I went to the pump the other day, and the gas meter said $35 a gallon. Then I looked at it again and it said, I was like a little tired. I looked at it again and it said $3.35. I thought that shit said $35. I was like, what the fuck, Biden? Nah. Look, so let's get to it, man. All right.
Halle Berry is not happy with Drake because she says he didn't get her permission to use this photo. Drake posted this on Instagram ahead of releasing his new single, Slime You Out.
I don't know what's wrong with you girls.
One thing about Champagne Papi is that he is going to demean black women every single time.
And why does Drake call himself Champagne Papi anyway? He's not Latin. And I know the term Papi is daddy, is father, but he's not Latin. He's Jewish. Should be Champagne Yamaka or some shit. Yamaha or whatever it is.
To me, I felt like, wait a minute, what is the real issue with you in marriage? So then now I gotta dig deeper into who the person is. Now I gotta dig in and see, what are y'all like? What's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. He never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's like, man, you know, your mom, she never remarried. You don't even know what like family is. So of course you don't dig marriage.
I feel like there's just like a sort of fine line between demeaning and fun and wit. And I feel like a lot of the music like me and Wayne make, for example, it's fun and it's witty. You know, like we have a song like I Just Wanna F Every Girl in the World. You know, that's one of our...
There's no fine line between fun and demeaning, my nigga. Whoever wrote that line for you need to be kicked in the fucking head. There's no fine line between fun and demeaning. And anybody that goes for that they have low self-esteem or some shit. Like, it's fun to say, I just want to fuck every girl in the world. Like, bro, come on.
Biggest songs together.
The drama surrounding Drake just keeps getting more disturbing, and over the past few months, there's been a lot of discussion online about Drake being exposed as a total creep and weirdo, especially when it comes to degrading women, particularly black women, in the most grimy ways. Fans and critics are now digging up all sorts of old tea about Drake's history with the women he used to obsess over, and it seems like there's this recurring pattern. Drake starts out by publicly declaring his love for a woman, following her around like her biggest fan and acting all smitten. But once she turns him down, he flips the script and becomes this vindictive, misogynistic nightmare. And now that whole situation with Drake and Halle Berry has resurfaced again, with fans saying, this is a prime example of how Drake is really a horrible person with sick thoughts, just like Kendrick called it. So Drake tried to humiliate Halle by using a suggestive picture of her for his cover art, even though she had objected to it. And what makes this situation even creepier is the fact that Drake used to publicly obsess over Halle. He would gush about her in interviews, and even when she was pregnant, he made some weird comments about how it was a shame she wasn't available because he would have definitely been with her if she were.
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider?
Like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Really?
Of course. What do you mean? I feel like she would be here right now, sitting right there.
But of course, Halle wasn't interested in Drake, and instead of gracefully accepting rejection,
Really?
Of course. What do you mean? I feel like she would be here right now, sitting right there.
But of course, Halle wasn't interested in Drake, and instead of gracefully accepting rejection, Drake, in true incel fashion, chose to degrade her in front of everyone. And this isn't a one-off thing. Drake has a long history of acting this way around women he was infatuated with. He did it with Rihanna, Serena Williams, Megan Thee Stallion, the list goes on. He would first obsess.
Did he really do it with Megan Thee Stallion? I don't know if he obsessed over Megan. I don't think that's true. I know Serena he did, and I know Rihanna he did. And I think he was trying to mess with what's her name too, but she had a boyfriend, Ice Spice, and Ice Spice turned him down, and he blocked her on everything and unfollowed her. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to." Her boyfriend was like, "Nah, you ain't, nigga." Ice Spice, I believe Ice Spice is still with her dude. I think her dude is Deli, right? The dude they call him Deli. He made the beat. I don't know if his name is Deli. It's something like that. He makes her beats, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, truth be told, I know Ice Spice be out there doing her thing and shaking her butt, but she looked like she a faithful chick. I know that's kind of weird to say, but she kind of looked like she don't mess around. I don't really see her I see her doing stuff, but I don't see her I only see her on her videos and that's it. I don't really see her doing nothing else.
Over these women in public, showering them with praise and compliments. But once they made it clear they're not interested in a serious relationship, Drake would turn around and start dissing them and their partners. But it gets even darker. So you know how Kendrick Lamar threw some serious shade at Drake on his diss track, Meet the Grams, saying Drake should die so these women can live with a purpose. Harsh words, right? But Kendrick didn't stop there. He also compared Drake to convicted offender Harvey Weinstein, claiming they both deserve to rot in prison for life. So yeah, this isn't just about Drake being a weirdo who degrades women in his songs. After all, he's not the first or last rapper to do this. However, there's a deeper, more sinister pattern here. So what exactly is Drake's issue with women? And what's the real story behind that Halle Berry situation? Is Drake really on the same level as Harvey Weinstein when it comes to being a creep? Let's dive into it and find out.
We're not stupid. We all know what a picture like this is supposed to depict. Sliming the first Black woman to win an Oscar sure is something.
There's so many different things I could take from this photo, and it ain't good. You putting that on your cover, homeboy, was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? We all know what you're trying to say either one or two things. Either she's slimy or she getting nutted on. And that's why she's where she's at. But that's not why she's where she's at, because she's a phenomenal actress and she's always been beautiful. And I believe she's like 50-something years old and she still looks really good. At one point, they was considering her as the best looking woman in the world. That's crazy. She wasn't even in no beauty pageants, but they considered her the best looking woman in the world. I don't know. That's a lot of weight to hold on yourself if somebody tells you that. That's crazy.
That's some next level. From his Degrassi days, everything about Drake has always given me the ick. From making fun of Megan being shot, from trying to groom Millie Bobby Brown, from sliding into Billie's DM when she was like 15, 16 years old. Why does Drake still have a career?
Obsessed fan. Halle Berry is just one of many famous women Drake has publicly obsessed over, acting like
That wig is ferocious stuff. I don't know about that wig, Holly. That shit was atrocious. Oh my God. I said ferocious. Ain't even a word, but it sounds dirty. That shit was atrocious. God damn, Holly, that wig was terrible.
a groupie and gushing about her in interviews, even though she never mentioned him or shown any interest in him.
You really have, like, let's say she wasn't.
Yeah.
Would you seriously consider?
Like being with her?
Yeah.
100%.
Really?
Of course. What do you mean? I feel like she would be here right now, sitting right there. Like, nothing was the same. September 24th, what's up? She would be here turned to the max.
She would have the Jaden Smith t-shirt on?
She would be like OVO head to toe Timbs. You'd be like, Halle just came here wearing Timbs?
Not only did Drake obsessively talk about Halle in interviews, calling her his ultimate fantasy and saying he'd totally be with her if she wasn't already seeing someone else, but he also made some seriously weird comments about her in his songs. Take, for instance, Drake's lyrics on the Migos' 2013 track, Versace Remix, where he raps, "Take a famous girl out where there's no paparazzi. I'm trying to give Halle Berry a baby and no one can stop me. Excuse you? No one can stop me?"
10%. Oh, excuse me? No one can stop me? Yo, that's crazy. I'm trying to give a baby to you, bitch, and nobody can stop me. It's like grabbing her and putting her to the ground and, graping a bitch. This nigga's wild for that.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, Drake? Now, we all know Drake isn't the first or last famous guy to have a crush on Halle Berry. She's been everyone's crush since the 90s. Tons of rap songs mention her, and even Kendrick Lamar gave her a shout out in Money Trees with J-Rock. But see, there's a huge difference between a flirty comment and what Drake did. Talking about wanting to give her a baby and no one can stop him is next level creepy. It's one thing to sing about a celebrity crush in a playful or even spicy way, but this is just unhinged. But it gets worse. Since Halle didn't show any interest in Drake, he took things even further and degraded her in such a gross and disturbing way that it really makes you see why Kendrick went off on Drake the way he did and exposed his questionable treatment of Black women. So what exactly did Drake do that triggered Halle so much? And how come Drake keeps getting away with degrading Black women? Slime You Out controversy. So last September, Drake released his first collaboration with SZA called Slime You Out from his album For All the Dogs. And the cover of the single featured a photo of Halle Berry getting slimed at the 2012 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards.
No one is safe from the slime!
I'm just letting you know now, you better not do that shit to me. I am not playing no fucking games, nigga. Dude, listen, if I ever get popular and I'm at one of these Teen Kids Choice Awards, I don't know why the fuck I would be there. But if I am there and I gotta give an award to somebody and then I'll leave, I swear to God, it'll be a fight. It'll be a fight. I would be rolling on the fucking floor if somebody slimed me. Do not do that shit. I don't know if they still do it. But I'm letting y'all know now. This video, mark this video. Stays deep. Fucking the 20th, July 20th, 2024. Listen, I'm letting you know now, putting it on record. If I get slimed, I'm fucking somebody up. I'm just telling you know. I'm just letting y'all know.
Now, before we move on to talk about why Drake's move enraged Halle, it's worth mentioning that there's this conspiracy theory floating around that Nickelodeon's slime gag is actually some kind of humiliation ritual. Supposedly, the slime is supposed to symbolize, well, let's just say something really gross and degrading.
And you know who the secret celebrity is that you wanted to slime? Who is it? Who is it? It's you!
And when you think about it, there's a history of disturbing stuff associated with Nickelodeon, like the creepy behavior of Dan Schneider and all the allegations about what went down behind the scenes with young actors on those sets. So given that context, the whole slime thing takes on a really dark and gross undertone. So anyway, when Drake released the cover art for the track Slime You Out, showing Halle Berry getting slimed at Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, there was a lot of backlash directed at him, with fans calling him a weirdo and pointing out that it was already bad enough he wrote that creepy line about wanting to give Halle a baby. However, it wasn't just fans who were outraged. Halle also called out Drake and explained the real reason she was so upset about him using that particular photo. Halle fires back. So after Slime You Out was released, Halle first shared this cryptic Instagram post with the words, "Sometimes you have to be the bigger guy, even if you're a woman." But then in the comment section, one of Halle's followers asked her what her thoughts were about Drake using that photo for his song with SZA, and Halle responded, "Didn't get my permission. That's not cool. I thought better of him." She then followed up with another comment saying, "Hence my post today. When people you admire disappoint you, you have to be the bigger person and move on." However, the controversy...
See, nigga, you had a chance. You had a chance. You goofy nigga. You blew the bag, nigga. You had a chance. She literally said she admired you. Maybe you just should have been a little more persistent. She probably was just feeling you out to see, because I heard that coup is unbelievable, and men can't deal with it because when she like you, she like you. She don't play no games. But anyway, you messed the bag up, nigga. You should have just waited. But she an older woman, so she got that womanly instinct. She know. She done seen goofy niggas like you all the time.
didn't end there, because Drake's obsessed fans started harassing Halle and saying that since the photo was owned by Getty, Drake didn't need her permission to use it. But then Halle clarified that it wasn't about the legal side of it all, it was more about the fact that Drake actually reached out and asked her if he could use the photo. She told him no, most likely because she knew what the photo was really meant to symbolize. However, according to Halle, Drake ignored her request and still used the photo. When one person on Instagram asked her why she was so mad about the photo, Halle responded saying, "'Cause he asked me and I said no, that's why. Why ask if you intend to do what you want to do? That was the F you to me. Not cool, you get it? Drake ignoring a woman's no? Well, again, Kendrick probably said all those things about him for a reason." Now, a lot of people back then didn't understand that Halle was never claiming it was illegal or that she owned the photos. Because if she did, her lawyers would have probably acted quickly. Instead, she was just saying it's a disrespectful and weird thing to do, especially after Drake pretended like he wanted to get her permission first. Now, if this was just a one-off incident and Drake had actually apologized to Halle, we probably wouldn't still be talking about it. But let's be real, Drake has a long and well-documented history of being creepy and disrespectful to the women he used to publicly obsess over. This wasn't an isolated event. It's part of a troubling pattern. Certified misogynist. It's no secret that Drake has a track record of blatant misogyny and disrespect towards women, especially Black women. It seems he just can't resist throwing in those creepy lines about women in his songs, and it always seems to be about control. From exotic dancers to his exes, Drake's songs are littered with contempt for any woman who dared to step out of line. Take his 2022 album, Her Loss, for example. Right from the get-go, on the opening track Rich Flex, Drake raps, "All of you need to remember who you're talking to. It's the Slaughter Gang CEO." But the real kicker came with a line that sent the internet into a frenzy. On the track Circo Loco, Drake raps, "This lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion." So if you missed it, that's a shady double entendre aimed at Megan Thee Stallion, who has been open about being shot in the foot by Tory Lanez in the summer of 2020. Now, Megan was quick to fire back at Drake on Twitter after he name-dropped her. However, he didn't even bother to respond. Megan wrote, "Stop using my shooting for clout. Since when is it cool to joke about women getting shot? You rap dudes are lame. Ready to boycott about shoes and clothes, but dogpile on a Black woman when she says one of y'all homeboys abused her." And then Megan also...
So I want to say this. I think Drake is a asshole opportunist. It doesn't matter if you Black or white. And he does come at Black women. He also comes at white women. He just an asshole. He's just a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? He is what Kendrick said. You know what I'm saying? Not to downplay what the woman is saying here. I'm just saying, like, he don't just do this to black women. He do this to all women. He's a dickhead. He's a true fucking dickhead.
So added. And when the facts come out, remember y'all favorite rappers that stood behind a dude that shot a female. By the way, for Drake to even mention Megan in any context is weird because it's not like he was ever friends with Tory Lanez, and he clearly just wanted to humiliate Meg.
Let's be real, the misogynoir is ironic, but not surprising at this point. Drake has become this megastar from being extraordinarily neutral and has maintained his relevancy by capitalizing off of trends and adapting his sound to what's popular at the moment. I think it's weird as how this clown will use a black woman as his cover for his album, and instead of literally saying anything else, he uses his massive platform to defame and ridicule another black woman who has publicly had to grieve after losing her mother and had to deal with lames like you trying to tell her what did and didn't happen the night she was shot at, shot near. Hell, it doesn't even matter, because even having a gun pulled on you is traumatic, especially by someone that's supposed to be your friend.
So I'm gonna stop it there real quick. I'm gonna speak on what he just said. That don't mean shit because you got a black woman on the front of your cover. You like niggas have black women on the front of their covers and they call bitches, women bitches and hoes. Like these dudes, that's just what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. It's probably to your point too, but at the same time, like, don't be so surprised as if like, oh shit, he used a black woman on the cover and then he degraded black women. Like, like these motherfuckers do this shit, bro. They've been doing this shit forever. It's not surprising.
It was just a joke. It was a play on words. Since when is people being shot a joke? Like oh yeah, it's a joke when it's a black woman who's confident in her sexuality, appearance, and identity is shot. But when it's your cousin, brother, homie, or someone who's actually lived a lifestyle that perpetuates violence is shot, is something I gotta take serious, right?
I don't know why niggas do this. I don't know why niggas do this. Why do niggas always trying to low key praise whole shit? I seen what he just did there. Oh, it's cool when a woman is comfortable in her sexuality. Come on, bro. I know what you trying to say. Just say it. It's cool. You niggas don't like the fact that these women are hoes and they open about it. That's what you mean by comfortable in her sexuality. She could sleep with how many men she want and there's no repercussions for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Drake don't gotta use Megan for clout. He's one of the biggest artists in the world.
You're right. Drake doesn't have to use Megan's name for clout. So why the f would he go out of his way to put a line about Megan on the album? That's what makes it lame. Use your context clues. It's corny as f. The crazy part is, I have no doubt in my mind that Megan is going to prevail.
Now, a lot of people claim Drake was just jumping on the bandwagon and using Megan's name for clout.
Now, I do agree with that. What he just said at the end, I agree with what he said. It's lame as fuck. But the thing is, you got to understand what you dealing with. This guy's been doing this. He been doing goofy shit like this. It's just now y'all starting to pick up on it. When people were saying that Drake was doing this and y'all saying, nah, Drake would never do that. He too big for that. Well, why would he do that? Now y'all understand exactly what people been saying. Y'all understand.
However, some insiders later spilled that Megan is actually one of many famous women who turned down Drake's advances, and that's why he suddenly turned into a Tory Lanez supporter. But let's be real, this isn't Drake's first dip into the misogyny pool. People like to think of him as the nice guy rapper, but if you look at his lyrics and his actions, it's a totally different picture. Drake has been demeaning women in his songs for ages, and then when you add to that those PDF file rumors, well, it's not a good look, to say the least. Now, when Drake first hit the scene, he used to rap mainly about his journey to stardom, his love life, and his hometown Toronto. However, it seems all those comments and memes about being soft and sensitive really got to Drake and brought out his villain arc. He started overcompensating and came back with a more stereotypically masculine energy. And by the time 2013 rolled around with Nothing Was the Same, Drake was leaning hard into a tougher image. Tracks like The Language and Worst Behavior were full of talk about conflict, money, and power. It was all part of crafting this new narrative. Drake wasn't the soft, sensitive guy anymore. He wanted everyone to know he was someone to be feared. In his 2000...
I don't know about Worst Behavior, because if you listen to the lyrics in Worst Behavior, he was saying, basically saying, like, motherfuckers never loved us. He was trying to claim his black side mostly in that song. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he was doing in that song. Like, motherfuckers really ain't never love us. Like, we've been going through bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Which was a pretty good song. That's actually a really good song.
2014 single Draft Day, he even talks about hiring black men from the hood as hitmen for donuts and coffee. By the way, that same year, one of his security team members, Baka Not Nice, the same Baka Kendrick name dropped on Not Like Us, got charged with some serious crimes involving a 22-year-old woman. And although Baka ended up pleading guilty to one of the charges and the other ones were dropped, the whole thing is still extremely disturbing. But guess what? Drake signed Baka to his label as soon as he got out of prison.
And when my brother forward out of jail, there was a lot of different paths that he could have took.
Buck up.
And he decided to focus on music. And when he was focused on music, maybe people thought, okay, all right, it's a little fake. So look, it's an honor. It's an honor and a pleasure. I just wanna hand this. I wanna give this pen to my brother. I love you.
Congratulations, bro.
Down for a long time.
Hey, Bucka, congratulations, my brother.
Yeah. Official. New York City, we appreciate you tonight. OVO. Not nice. Yeah.
This whole mess was the first big crack in Drake's nice guy facade, showing it was all an illusion. He's not just okay with being friends with someone accused of disturbing crimes against women. He actually celebrates and promotes him. And Drake's ongoing relationship with Baka really says it all about how little he cares about women's safety. Now, going back to the misogyny in Drake's music, on his 2015 mixtape with Future, What a Time to Be Alive, Drake tells women to shut their mouths and take what's coming to them. And by the time he released Views in 2016, Drake was all in on this hyper macho image. In Child's Play, he kicks off with a sample from DJ Eric, warning that if a girl goes to any season opener basketball game, she's probably hooking up with some player on the team. Later in the song, he even threatens women who cross him with being sent back to the hood. And then there was Hotline Bling, where Drake complains about a woman finding a life outside of his control. He pits women against each other, praising the good girls, while
Now, okay, so I gotta defend that one, John. I have to. I just disagree with that. Let's say, for example, if I found a chick in the hood and she crossed me, where the fuck am I gonna send her? Of course I'm gonna send her back to the hood. I don't think that that's misogynistic to say, I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could jump in the comments and tell me. And I ain't defending Drake. I'm just saying, like, if let's say, for instance, ladies, okay, let's just put this on y'all. Ladies, let's say you a multimillionaire. You meet a dude who work at McDonald's, right? And he's a nice guy. And you lift him out of poverty. And later on, like maybe a year later, you find out he cheating on you. What you gonna do? You gonna kick him back? Kick him out? What you gonna do? So all this time you've been taking care of him and he betrayed you. That's what that line mean. Like, I don't know about, oh, I'm gonna send you back to the hood. Like, and then just totally disregarding what he said before that. He said, like, if you cross me, like, okay, so if you cross me, then yeah, I'm gonna send you back to the hood. Just like if you was a woman and a man crossed you, you're gonna send his ass back to McDonald's or Burger King, or not to say that something wrong with working there. I'm just saying, if you rich and you mess with somebody that work there, you know, your status as far as money goes is higher than them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Criticizing those who go out more. On his 2018 album Scorpion, Drake continues this trend, expressing misogynistic views and painting a picture that without his guidance, women are lost. Now Drake has tried to brand himself as different from those overtly misogynist rappers. But here's another example of why Drake's version of Mr. Nice Guy is actually very sinister. After Rihanna was attacked by Chris Brown in 2009, Drake publicly showed her his support. And a few years down the line, Drake and Rihanna had a short-lived fling. However, like many self-proclaimed nice guys, Drake's true colors showed when Rihanna made it clear she didn't want a serious relationship with him. That's when he started dissing her. And even worse, he patched things up with Chris Brown and collaborated with him on 2 songs, No Guidance in 2019 and Not You Too in 2020. So after years of publicly professing his love for Rihanna, the moment she moved on, Drake decides to team up with the man who almost killed her. But see, this wasn't enough for Drake, and he also started throwing shade at Rihanna and her partner A$AP Rocky. Now keep in mind that it's been 6 whole years since Rihanna last mentioned Drake's name in public, and yet he's still dissing her and the father of her children. The last time Rihanna publicly mentioned Drake was back in 2018 when she reflected on that cringy moment at the VMAs, when Drake professed his love for her while presenting her with the Vanguard Award.
But most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
In her 2018 interview with Vogue,
have you ever wanted to drive for Uber or Lyft but didn't have a car? Now you can.
Rihanna was...
Bro. Bro, Drake, you gotta chill, bro. Damn, I told you, this is doodle ball Drake. I'm telling you right now, and these girls don't want to have nothing to do with this dude because he probably got shit stains in his drawers or doodle balls hanging from his doodle balls of his ass or some shit, bro. I'm telling you, it's something. The reason why none of these girls really want to stay with him. You know what I'm saying? It's something. Balls stink, something wrong with this nigga. Feet stink or something. Because ain't no way in the world you gonna see and tell me that these girls just I don't know, maybe a minute, man. Maybe he don't even fuck for a minute. He 3 strokes and he out of there. That's probably what it is. You know what I'm saying? Probably what it is. Rihanna, you got at least have 45 minutes in you. At least 45 minutes.
Asked about this moment, and she said that wading through Drake's speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments, and I don't like to be put on blast, Rihanna said. And when asked if she's still in touch with Drake, Rihanna said, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." So Rihanna said this 6 years ago, and since then, she hasn't mentioned Drake in public not once. But guess what? Drake is still throwing shade at her. On his 2023 album, For All the Dogs, Drake insults Rihanna's bedroom skills, calling her average and bragging that he's been with better women. He raps, "Yeah, and the ex was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti cause I had it with you. Okay, I'm anti like your daddy's sister, anti like a family picture, and I had way badder than you." But Drake didn't stop there. He also took shots at A$AP Rocky with lyrics like, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be. Girl can't ruin me. Better him than me." But if you thought Drake was done talking about Rihanna,
I don't know if that's some of these lyrics y'all just apply to these people. Doesn't mean he's talking about them. He could be talking about somebody else. But y'all just applying some of these things. I need some more concrete evidence that he's talking about her. And the anti one, yeah, but that one right there, I don't know about that one.
think again. He brought her up again on his Kendrick diss track Family Matters. And this time, he bragged about sleeping with Rihanna before Rocky and mocked Rocky for being a family man. Drake takes aim at Rocky with the lines, "I ain't even know you rapped still, cause they only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have a kid again before you think of dropping any ish again." Wait, is Drake implying it's a bad thing to prioritize your children and family over your rap career? Is that supposed to be an insult? Like, it's just confusing and kinda sad the way Drake thinks at his big age. And fans are now saying it's been a long time coming for Drake to get exposed for the way he really treats women. But what are your thoughts on the whole Halle Berry controversy and Drake's pattern of degrading black women? And what about those wild allegations Kendrick made about Drake being the same as Harvey Weinstein? Was Kendrick exaggerating for dramatic effect? Or do you think there's some truth to those allegations?
Yeah, man. That was a pretty interesting video. Some of the stuff that people be saying in these videos, I understand exactly where they're coming from, but some of the stuff I think that they be overblowing it. But Drake is a dickhead, and he's always been a dickhead, and he always been disrespecting women. You know what I'm saying? I think more in later in his career, in his beginning of his career, he really was trying to get his foot in the door. Once he got in, he kicked that motherfucker. Oh, bitch, no, get your ass on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That's Drake. But I don't know. I think that the Halle Berry situation with him, yeah, like you could tell he was obsessed with her. He was talking about her a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just think that Drake is a guy who wants what he wants. He's a spoiled kid and living in a 38-year-old man body. And he looks at women as like toys. You know what I'm saying? He want a new toy. And he want to be able to say he did something with somebody, whether it's your girl or somebody that's nobody ever did anything with. Halle Berry is like the ultimate toy. And he want to play with that toy. And some women just ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know what type of man he is. They know what type of, how he move. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But either way, man, glad y'all can stick with me. Hey, man, I'm out of here. See y'all. Peace. Bye, man.